Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the September 21 to 27 weekly reading. Welcome to everyone. This is a pick a card reading that we'll do in just a minute, but let's go through the astrologies really quick. First of all, blessed Maybom to everyone who is celebrating this week. Wonderful, absolutely great to be at that time of year again. And this week also, starting on Tuesday the 22nd, we have the beginning of the Libra season, so happy birthday to all Libras. That starts at 9:21 a.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday the 22nd. Libra season usually brings us a search for harmony and balance, of course, with the justice scales. It's very, very, very specific about that. Basically learning through trial and error, which means new experiences. Yay! Healthy compromises are also going to be on the forefront at this time, and it's going to help with your negotiating skills as well, which is going to be awesome, especially with Mercury entering Scorpio on the 27th, which is next Sunday at 4:31 a.m., again Eastern. Because what Mercury in Scorpio does is it causes us to ask very specific questions, like being very careful with the wording and direction of our questions when we're speaking to people, and really giving that chance to other people to speak first and having that opportunity to observe how they're reacting, what they're saying. Remember that people's answers don't always necessarily just mean the words that they're using. It can also be the behavior with which they're providing those words, a stance, a look, that kind of thing. Be aware, though, that this does have a downside when Mercury is in Scorpio. The downside is that it can actually make us suspicious of both new people and people we already deal with. Because it's giving us a chance to be more observant with how we're dealing with people, sometimes, especially if observing is not something you usually do with someone, it can cause you to kind of second guess things that you normally would just accept in their phraseology or in their manner when they're speaking to you. So yeah, that's what we have for this week. So it's going to be an awesome week. Let's check in with the cards for our reading. We're starting out with pile 1. We have Smoky Quartz Celestial. I'm going to learn how to pronounce that word eventually. Smoky Quartz Celestial with the number 28 and a purple border. And we also have Rainbow Mayanite with the number 22. That's for pile 2. Pile 3 is Labradite with the number 20. Isn't it cute? Look at that. It's awesome. I love it. So for those of you who are new to pick a cards, haven't done them before, aren't used to them, the idea behind a pick a card is that somewhere within the 3 piles is a message that's meant for you for this particular week. It can be one pile specifically, it can be more than one pile. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that's perfectly fine. If you want to hang out for the entire video, you're more than welcome. This hasn't got anything to do with your zodiac in any way. I just do the astrology just for the weekly update. It's kind of like the forecast news kind of thing, right? But this is very specific to just one or more of these piles has a message that's intended for you at this time. Please know that these are general readings, so your very specific energies won't be the only thing that's coming across in whatever pile you choose. There is a link below to the store if you're looking for a personalized reading, or if you have a question you'd like to have answered during a reading. There is that link into the store as well. So if you are one to pick by the relaxation technique that we do, please go ahead and sit back and relax. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Open your eyes slowly. The pile that you were drawn to when you open your eyes is a pile that's intended for you this week. Again, you can have more than one pile, that's perfectly fine, but let's start getting into the readings and I'll see you in a moment. Welcome to those who picked pile 1, or the Smoky Quartz Ella Steel with the pink border for the heart chakra. This is your reading for September 21 to the 27th. So for this week, before I get to that, the Smoky Quartz Ella Steel, again with the number 28, is being a quartz, it's meant to be a communication crystal. So what that means is that, especially with the heart chakra being activated with it as well, the idea with that is that it's basically, it's known as a transmutational quartz. And what that means is that it kind of helps you to remain calm. It kind of helps you at a time when you are sort of excitable or having something to do with the fight or flight response, so any kind of adrenaline rushes. It helps you to calm down a bit if you're in anything like that, or if you're in a stressful situation or just really under stress at this time. If you are able to get your hands on some of this, it's really great for that kind of thing. If you're having any issues with regard to being in control or taking control of a situation or of your life, if you feel a little out of control, or if you're having issues maybe with some guilt that you're going through at this time, one of the things that this crystal also reminds you is that there's a line from a movie that's basically, you're not a bad person, this was just a bad decision. And don't ask me what movie it was, I can't remember. I just remember that it was a line and I'm like, I gotta remember that. Obviously I did. But in this instance, that's something that's really kind of pushing out to some of you, or one of you, that maybe you're looking at a situation that you went through and you're questioning what happened or how you could have made that choice, or wondering what kind of person would make a choice like that. For that person that I'm speaking to with regard to that, it's just, as I said, remember, you're not a bad person. It was just a bad decision that you made. Just right there. Just that's all. So the cards themselves, though, for this particular week, we have the Six of Swords. So traveling, journeying, moving on to something new. Again, that also goes with that as well. And we've also got the Six of Pentacles. So reciprocity, give and take. And you also have the Three of Wands. So maybe you are really moving out to meet some kind of, I don't like the word destiny necessarily, but something that you are meant to encounter at some point. And whatever this happens to be that you're coming towards this particular this particular week, it could be the whole month, it could be something that's you've been working towards. Whatever it is, it's something that's intended for you, because it's basically coming to meet you at the same time. And what it is you're going to meet it, it's going to meet you, and it's a very give and take. It's the whole reciprocal angle of this particular event, of this particular encounter, of whatever kind it is, whether it's because you've got the swords and you've got pentacles and you've got wands involved, so it can be something to do with an exciting new venture. It could be something to do with the 3D realm. It could be a new job, a new house that you're moving to that's going to be more suited to your needs. Same with the job. It can be a communication, somebody that you're dealing with who is more able to communicate on the same level that you are, or is on the same vibe that you are. It makes it a lot easier to speak to them because you kind of mesh, or you exist in the same space kind of thing. So it makes it easier to speak to them and communicate with them back and forth. You also have get grounded, and underneath that says empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So again, don't forget we have the Libra coming in as well. So this particular week on Tuesday. So again, air signs, and also just the communication and the balance. And again, with the empaths too, being well aware of where you're at and grounding yourself in the energies of where it is, so that you don't end up overcompensating or being overwhelmed by other people's energies as well. Again, with this particular thing that you're communicating with, or this particular thing that's coming in, I don't see that happening because it's a reciprocal. It's very give and take, and it's very even, so you'll be okay with that. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. There you go. Again, absolutely awesome, absolutely amazing. So literally letting go, getting past, moving on from whatever it was that's gone, and that new thing that's coming in towards you. You also have walking away with the number 27, which goes down to a 9, which 9s talk about independent movement as well. So you moving on to something new alone, which is okay. But whatever it is, like I said, is coming to meet you, so it's all working out for you. This is a fabulous week for you, Pile 1. This is amazing. You also have letting go with the number 22, which goes down to a 4, which talks about work, it talks about family, it talks about home, it talks about, life path 4 is all about hard work. If you're talking zodiacs, that kind of thing, number 4 is Cancer, which is about home and family. So it can be something to do with that, where you're looking at going into a new situation with family, with other people, or a work situation as well. Your shadow card, which depicts something that may be holding you back or maybe underlying a concern for you at this particular time for this week, Pile 1, is Maman Brigitte, and it says redemption at the end. So redemption as a shadow card really talks about, again, it's speaking the same way with regard to the idea of feeling guilty over something. Whatever it is that you're leaving behind, whatever it is that was done either in error or on purpose, it's really making that move past it. Making that move on to the next thing that's actually better for you. And really, it's not going to be a matter of redeeming yourself. You're not doing this to redeem yourself, and that could be an underlying concern that you're worried about redeeming yourself, and you really don't have to at this time. The universe is basically saying, you know what? That happened. That was a bad whatever it was that took place. You're now walking away. We're bringing you something that's much better for you and much more on your wavelength. It vibes with you wherever you are at this time, and it's really going to be a reciprocal endeavor of whatever type. Like I said, it can be a job, it can be a relationship, it can be anything like that. So Pile 1, this is literally all wrapped up for you. This is a wonderful, wonderful week for you. I'm looking forward to it. Please let me know how it works out. Please comment below, like, subscribe, hit the notification and all that. And again, have a wonderful, wonderful week. If any of you are Libras, again, happy birthday. And I'll hope to see you soon. Again, it was an honor. Bye for now. Welcome to those who picked Pile 2 for the 21st to the 27th of September. This is your reading. We have the Rainbow Mayanite with the number 22 and the pink border for the heart chakra. I love the Mayanite. It's almost like a glowy orange. It's really kind of cool. So the thing to know about the Mayanite while we're doing that as part of your spread as well, don't forget it's always included as part of the reading. The really great thing about the Rainbow Mayanite, which is the Rainbow Bridge Crystal, is that it's really allowing you to get in tune with your possibilities. So it's it can be this week, it can be this month. Hopefully it's this year. Hopefully we're getting some good possibilities coming your way. The idea behind this, of course, is that it's kind of a gift. It's asking you at this time, the crystal is really all about re-examining as well. So it's examining any kind of projects you're doing. Are they really in line with where you want to be, what you want to do? Releasing anything karmic. This crystal is basically, it's meant to raise your consciousness is kind of the idea of it. Help you to speak truer, be more tactful, something that will actually be really helpful with that whole Mercury and Scorpio thing. But yeah, this is going to be a really great week for you. Trust me. Fingers crossed. Let's see what the cards say. Okay. So pile 2, we're starting out with the Knight of Swords. So some kind of fast communication coming towards you with regard to an offer of some kind, maybe, or it's a messenger of some type, anyway. And we have the High Priestess. Your intuition is on point this particular week. And you also have the Moon card. So either something is hidden from you, and that could be what this message is coming to tell you. You have an intuition about what this is, whatever it happens to be. It's gonna maybe help you with regard to the Moon card. It's kind of it's a dual purpose card. It's partly things that are being hidden, and it's also partly illuminating things. So reflecting, right? We have also the Pillar of Light. I love that. How cool that is. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. Okay, remember how oracles, not oracle cards, but actual oracles, the concept of the oracle is they really are the High Priestess. They really are the one who is in tune with the universe and basically downloading the messages that are coming towards them. So message is coming towards you, you're downloading it, you are the oracle, you're receiving it, and I think it's really going to bring some illumination to whatever it is that you've been reflecting on at this time. So maybe you've been going over a certain situation or a certain problem that you're having at this time, and you're kind of going over it and over it, and this week you're going to have like a breakthrough about it, or like just something to do with an illumination. We have accept heaven's help. Now, channel specific, I don't go with specific terminology in any way. Whatever that is for you. Heaven is just, it's a construct, it's a word. To some it means heaven, to others it can be whatever their variation is, it's all the same. It's just I can't change the printing, but we can open up the meaning. You've prayed for help. Also manifesting. So get out of the way and let heaven help you. Or if you're manifesting, manifest, get out of the way, let the universe bring you what it is that you're trying to manifest. So that message is coming for you. You also have yin and yang with the number 22, which goes down to a 4. So that's awesome. That's all about balance. So again, wonderful Libra energy for this season. We also have love with the number 10, which can go down to a 1, so it can be a wonderful new start. So it can be a completion of something, but it can also be the start of something. 10s are a bit tricky. 10 in and of itself is a completion. 10 reduces to a 1, which is a start. So depends on how you look at it and where you currently are in your needs. Again, collective reading, so take what resonates. Your shadow, okay, which could help you figure out what this is that's kind of hidden from you at this particular time. We have Persephone with compliance. Now, pile 2, compliance as a shadow. It could be, in some instances, now this can work for work, it can work for relationships, it can just work for you and your interpersonal situations. Basically, the idea of compliance is agreeing to things. Now, you may have recently started agreeing to things you don't want to agree to because you don't want to rock boats, you don't want to, you want to keep everything even, keep everything balanced. I can see this especially if you're either a Libra trying to keep that scale balanced, or if you happen to be a Scorpio. Scorpios are a bit tricky because they're very calm, very, very wanting to keep everybody doing their thing, but at the same time, if a Scorpio gets crossed, they're like, that's it, I don't like you anymore. It's really, it's a kind of, it's interesting that there is that sort of black and whiteness to your personalities, which is really cool. But anyway, what I'm seeing here is you've got the compliance talking about you wanting to keep everything even. But what I think right now is going to happen for you, which is going to be awesome, is whatever that message that's coming in for you, whatever that help that's coming towards you, manifesting, that you've been manifesting or what have you, that you know is coming. It's going to be something you know is coming. This isn't going to be something that's out of the blue. You've never seen it before, have no idea what I'm talking about. You'll know it. It's going to bring the illumination you're looking for. You know what it is, and you're going to receive it. You don't have to worry about missing this in any way, because you are the oracle. You will be receiving this particular message. Whatever it is, it's going to bring that balance back in. This love can speak of love of self and love of others. In this case, I would think it would be more love of self, because with compliance and being very, yes, I'll do this, yes, I'll do that, I usually don't do book recommendations, but for some reason I'm seeing these two book covers, and I'm thinking that I'm meant to say this. I don't remember the authors exactly, but there's two books that I think you might want to look at, even if you just look at the back covers. That's going to be good. Or just hear the titles, and that'll be awesome enough. One is called You Do You, and the other is called You Are a Badass. Basically, the concept of those two books is being able to say no to things you don't want to do. And the examples that are given in the books are things like, you don't want to go to a baby shower, you don't want to go to your in-laws for Thanksgiving, you don't want to be the one setting up for the office party of whatever type it is. Actually just being able to be okay with saying no and not feeling guilty about it. So in this case, it's against the compliance. So the compliance that you've been feeling is very, yes, because you don't want to rock the boat. In those two instances, if you want to write those titles down, I will put them in the description and link them. I am not affiliated with anything, so I will link them, but it's completely up to you whether you go to those links or not, or choose your own. But it talks about that it's okay to say no and how to not feel guilty about saying no to people, about anything at all, which is awesome. So yeah, I really want to just go and write that down right now for you. I'm really excited about that prospect, because those books changed a lot for me when I was going through that same situation. So this is what I have for you, Pile 2. Please have a wonderful week. This is actually a very positive experience. This is going to be a very, very wonderful week for you. This is going to be amazing. Whatever this is that's coming, it's going to be great. It's going to give you clarity. It's going to give you all of the things that you've been wanting and looking for to be able to help you with whatever this situation is that you've been going through at this particular time. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, all those good things. And thank you again. It's been an honor reading for you. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now. Welcome to those who picked Pile 3. This is your reading for the 21st to the 27th of September. Remember, this is the pile for labradorite. Again, awesome. I love it. The funny thing about labradorite is that it's blue. It's got a blue border, which throat chakra, awesome communication and everything like that. But funnily enough, the definition within the book for the labradorite is that it's the mind's eye. So to me, that always means the third eye chakra. So like one up, let's go to number 6 instead of number 5, and should actually be purple. But let's go with it. Let's see what we can do with this. So I'd say really concentrate on both. I'd say concentrate this particular week on your chakras for your throat and on the third eye as well, and you should be doing well. Basically, the idea to remember is within this particular crystal is that it wards off any kind of what they call psychic vampires. I also classify them as energy vampires. I say it's the same thing. Just people who really zap your energy, and you'll know them if you're around them. It can be people that are truly narcissistic. It can be people that are just in a bad mood all the time. It can be the person who criticizes you. It can be whatever it happens to be. But really wards off against that kind of that thing that just zaps your energy when you're around that person, you know? Your cards. For this particular week, pile 3, we have the Ace of Cups. Haha. Something new in love, friendship, one of the two. If you're not looking for love, it could be a new friend, meeting somebody. That's kind of awesome. You also have the Hierophant. That speaks to structure, foundations. It can talk about contracts. It can talk about you might be meeting this person at, if you're at a new job or something, you could be meeting them at some kind of social gathering. It can be an actual church if that's a thing that you do. It can also be some kind of meeting. If you have joined a club recently or a foundation, any kind of, maybe you're volunteering, that can be it too. And you also have the Two of Wands in reverse, which is awesome. The Two of Wands talks about being just kind of standing still, contemplating, considering, and you're now out of that energy. Maybe you've been in that energy for a while, but whatever this is that's coming towards you, whether it's a friend or more than a friend, is going to have you being more active. It's going to put you in that go mode at this particular time, which is great. It's amazing. It's awesome. And you are covered as far as anything to do with, like I said, energy vampires or anything like that. So I really see this person that's coming in is not that. They're actually a very positive person that's coming towards you. You do have Align Your Life, and I always love this card. I just love how they've kind of like made her into puzzle pieces kind of thing. It's really cool. What is not aligned or needs to change? So that can be just your emotion. It can be maybe you haven't signed up for anything and that this is kind of you've been kind of going, should I, shouldn't I? And this is your, let's do it. This is your, let's go, move. We also have you're being helped. Heaven, or your alternative, is working behind the scenes to help you even if you don't see results yet. So you may not even know who this person is that's coming towards you because you haven't signed up yet for whatever it is. And this could be something like you could see something like a flyer in a shop window or something about, I don't know, a dog shelter that's opening up that needs people to foster animals. I'm throwing stuff out there, people. I'm giving you ideas. Work with me. You also have Man Holding a Heart. And that's number 45 on top, which goes down to a number 9. Now, I mean, self-explanatory. Man holding a heart, Ace of Cups, kind of goes together. Now, that man holding a heart could be you, could be the other person, could be both. Whatever your affiliations are, whatever your lifestyle preferences are, your identifications, whatever. Yeah, so did I check off all the words? Yes, I did. Okay. We do have Rigid, which is number 30. Now, the first thing I heard when I saw this, as soon as I turned this card over, well, first of all, I saw the crow, which is a messenger, right? The other thing I saw was automatically, how do I word this? I don't see in sentences, that's a problem. I see in concept. Don't expect whatever this is to come exactly in a certain way. In other words, like I said, if you're wanting to sign up for something like a volunteer position, it may not be, and you're thinking that you're going to meet this person who is also volunteering or at this particular thing. That might not even be it. You could sign up for the volunteer thing and I'm throwing stuff out there again. You happen to be the one who goes for coffee for everybody. You meet them at the coffee shop. That kind of thing. your shadow, the thing that could be holding you back in some way, is Dear Woman with Temptation. Now, the awesome thing about this, temptation being your shadow at this particular time, is actually really, really awesome. Because what that means is, what I'm seeing it as is that it's not a meaning of temptation as in being tempted by someone. I see it as you being tempted to somehow control whatever it is, or somehow try and make something happen in certain ways, again, being rigid with how this will take place. I see that as being a temptation you have to work on for this particular week. So let things flow as they're going to, and really just kind of be open to however it happens. So pile 3, this is what I see for you. It's awesome. I would love to hear how this happens. I'm really, really excited to find out how you meet whoever this happens to be and what this all turns out to be. Thank you again. It's been an honor to read for you. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification, all those good things. And I hope to see you in a future reading. Bye for now.